In 1904, Hyman and Hannah Hurwitz and their 5 kids packed up everything they owned, got on a boat, and moved from Belarus to Chicago in search of economic prosperity. When arriving to the U.S., I like to picture Hyman and his family standing all together looking amazed and excited. This was a fresh start for the family because they were in the land of opportunity. Once the Hurwitz family was in Chicago, they strove to become Americans and left behind any Eastern European customs they had. Whenever the family was together in the privacy of their own home, they chose to speak English instead of Russian. They wanted to be integrated into American society as quickly as possible. Although Hyman and Hannah didn't personally achieve economic prosperity, their sons did. My great-grandfather, Saul, grew up to own and run a very successful underwear factory with the help of his brothers. Life was great for the Hurwitz clan until Saul started to get sick right when my great-grandmother, Saul's wife, Ida, had just become a Christian Scientist. Ida becoming a Christian Scientist would end up being very fatal for Saul. Christian Scientists don't believe in receiving medical assistance, so Ida forbid Saul to get a doctor and eventually died. The rest of the Hurwitz family was furious at Ida and rightfully blamed her for Saul's death. This caused Ida to flip out and pack everything up and move to LA with her son, my grandfather Alan, and his sister Rita. The move didn't last very long because Ida, who was easily frightened, thought that Japan was going to invade LA because there was a large Japanese population at the time. So again, selfishly, Ida made her kids pack everything up and move back to Chicago. There was only one catch. They couldn't talk to any of the other Hurwitzes. Although I imagine my grandfather despised Ida. When he graduated high school, he stayed in Chicago and worked 3 jobs to support Ida and Rita, while also going to night school to get his degree. When Alan got married, he decided to move with his wife Sandra to Seattle, Washington, for work. There, my father was born, and my grandfather felt that Seattle wasn't a fit place to start a family. So again, he and his family packed everything up and drove to LA. Alan still wasn't satisfied and despised the LA culture, so he decided to move to the Bay Area, specifically San Francisco. Ida followed Alan to San Francisco, and when she demanded him to move somewhere she felt more comfortable, he had finally had enough and stood up to her. Today, because Alan stood up to Ida, we now have contact with the Hurwitzes who stayed in Chicago, and most importantly, my father met my mother, Robin. If Alan hadn't stood up to Ida, it is very possible that I wouldn't exist today.